So I'm here with Ondrej Hajda, who's the DoRep this year, Director of Representation for people that don't know what that is. We've got a really active Students' Association. Why do you think that's the case?
I think one of the thingies which actually makes St. Andrews so community and so much society based is our size. We are comparatively a small university in a small town. We have 14,000 people, 8,000 students. So there are not many other ways how to get involved. And I think student societies and student life is here and it thrives just because of that.
One of your main roles is organising the academic reps, the class reps, and also the school presidents. Do you want to explain that system and how freshers can get involved with it?
So basically, in core of our academic representation are class reps. They are elected by year or by specific modules. The elections take place in week 2 and week 3. And class reps act as the main representatives of that module or of their class. So if there's any problem with the module or if the lecturer is particularly amazing, they will go and tell the lecturer, so this is what you are doing right, this is what you are doing bad, can you please change this? There are certain things that need to be worked on. So as a class rep, you'll be the main point of contact for the lecturer if they want to say something to the class, but also of the students if they want to say something to the lecturer.
Another criticism, though, of the Students' Association is that that's really the only way for freshers to get involved with the Students' Association.
That's not necessarily true, because if you look at the academic representation, it's the class reps, but we have so many societies, and that's something you touch upon at the very beginning. All the societies or our subcommittees will have an EGM. They will usually happen at the end of September or beginning of October, and this is where freshers and basically everyone, not just first years, can run and go for different positions and get more involved on the committees of the different societies and subcommittees.
We've also got a lot of elections coming up this year.
True.
And that's one of your roles. But more importantly, the ones that probably freshers in particular won't have heard about is the Rector's election in November.
Yes.
Do you want to explain the role of the Rector and how the voting system works?
Definitely. So the role of the Rector is unique to Scottish universities, and especially the ancient Scottish universities. So it's Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen and St. Andrews. Students every 3 years vote a rector. Rector is the ultimate student advocate. He's also president of the university court, and university court is the highest governing body of the university. And as a rector, he's the ultimate student advocate. As I said, he chairs the meetings of the university court, and it's a very important role historically. This year, the nominations for the positions are open at the end of October, and the voting takes place at the beginning of November. Any student can nominate a person who they think would be a really good student advocate and who will take this position for 3 years. All students need to do is collect 25 signatures, the name of the person needs to obviously agree to it, but once they have it, this person will be nominated.
In March, we're going to have the Students' Association elections again. That's how you got into the job and all the
Exactly.
other people I'm interviewing. Do you want to explain how they work for freshers and what they can expect during that period?
Students' Association elections, especially here in St. Andrews, are fantastic. We have the highest turnout of any other higher institution in the UK. Our turnout is almost 50%. If you look at any other universities, it'll be 40% and less. So if you coming March, you'll see it, you'll feel it, and it'll be an amazing experience for you. Basically, every year we have up to 60 positions on offer that you can run for. And last year we had just over 110 candidates, if I remember correctly. So loads of positions how to get involved. We are electing positions on our SRC, which is the Students' Representative Council. These are representative positions, but also on SSC, which is the Student Services Council, and it's more our biggest society. So things like mermaids, debating, charities. These positions are up for grabs in March alongside school presidents. Every year we elect 21 school presidents who are incoming honors students, and they act as the ultimate student representative within their school.
Something else that you deal with is study spaces.
Yes.
And freshers will learn quite quickly that, particularly freshers, there seems to be this atmosphere that honest students, they see freshers working in the library and they get a bit angry that they're taking their space. What efforts are you making to increase the amount of study spaces that are available?
First, I wouldn't say honors students are actually angry that freshers are working. I think they're more jealous that they cannot go and party as hard as the freshers. But what I'm doing in terms of study spaces, we have a library, and that's a building that we cannot expand. It's there, it's sitting there, and there's no way we can build another floor or anything like that. What I'm looking at over this year is we have other small spaces, small libraries, small lecture rooms. Can we open these up for students to use not only 9 to 5 when they are normally open, but also before and after the opening hours and also on weekends? So one of the main things that is happening, and it's an exciting development for me, is the Gateway. In Gateway, in the bottom part of Gateway, there will be 90 new study spaces for everyone to use. They'll be accessible with a swipe card. We are now looking also at the Jeff Allen Library and whether we can open this up at weekends as well. So there's loads of these small study spaces that should provide an alternative to the main library.
All these freshers coming in, some people have problems, and that's another part of your role, is dealing with well-being and sexual health and things like that. Do you maybe want to just explain what they can do if something goes wrong, or they're missing home or something like that?
So in terms of student well-being, exactly, if students are feeling lonely, if they are feeling homesick, they're so, as you said at the beginning, St. Andrews is so well connected. We have so many societies, and there's always somebody for you to talk to. You can talk to your friend, but if you're not completely sure that you want to talk to your friend or your roommate, you can always talk to your warden if you live in halls. You can call Nightline. Nightline is a completely student-run voluntary service. They are completely anonymous and confidential, and you can call them every night that halls of residence are open 8 p.m. till 7 a.m. They provide an advice that will help you. So there's always somebody to talk to overnight. As I said, you can talk to wardens.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ondrej Hajda, thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you too. Woo!